Hello, welcome back to Rich Tech. Today we are looking at this Magsafe 2 charger, and as you can see, obviously it has damage on the cable next to the connector and also near to the junction where the cable joins the charger board itself. And it is a 60-watt Magsafe 2 power adapter. Now, can this charger look new again? Stay tuned. Now, if you haven't done so, kindly subscribe to the channel, like, and also share these videos. Getting down quickly to this repair, I've gone through the cable and the damage appears to be limited to the ends. At this point next to the connector and at this point next to the charger itself. To repair this, the first thing we're going to do is to test if this charger is working. And we're also going to test if this cable is working. So the old cable goes. Of course, we are trying to use the same cable in the repair to see if we can attach them both and have a new lease of life to this charger and to the cable too. So I'll attach my test cables right here. This is the positive and I can see a bit of the negative sticking out at that point. Test if this charger has input. Just put in a cable which was already connected to power and hear what sound we get from here. That popping sound that we have there shows that this charger has input. We want to check if it has output right there. So here is our MacBook, cable connected, and here is our charger. And they connect the ends of this cable to the output port of this charger. Check and see if the connector is working. And that's a positive sign. On this other end we have the cable. It has damage to these portions. So, and I've gone through it, I've seen there is no other place there is damage. So before we attempt to repair this, let's test if it is working. So again, using our MacBook, connect the cable. Now to connect this, just be careful, positive to positive, negative to negative. And once again, we proved that this charger was okay. It's only that the damage at this point could not allow this voltage to flow from here to the connector. To repair this connector end of the cable, make a clean cut on the insulation to remove the damaged portion of the insulation. The wires here are okay. Going up here, the wires are a bit gathered or crumpled in one place, but you can pull it and make sure that they are well aligned. Then this wire or cable holder, we can pull it over the good part of the rubber insulation. Now it's out of the way. It will allow us to work on this portion. I'm going to cut off this portion of the outer rubber insulation. This rubber insulation goes underneath here, so I'm going to remove this top portion only. I've cut all round. Then you twist this to break it off. I don't cut all the way to the end because I don't want to touch the inner rubber insulation. And then with this cut, I'll just pull it over this other part of the rubber, which is okay. And now we can prepare this end by cutting off a bit of this, let's say halfway. The idea is to pull this rubber insulation over this exposed part of the cable up to that point and then glue it. But as you can see, these wire strands of the negative or the V return cable have been unwound, and winding them back as they were is pretty difficult. So in this case, we usually trim them off. Then cut off this wire. Now that's neat. Any hanging strands, deal with them in the same way. Cut them off. Now what remains is this wire, which is well wound over the positive one in the middle. So I'll now pull this until it reaches that point and affix it with glue. You're almost there, the pulling. So that's what we'll do, to pull it all the way to the end. And it is done. You can almost not tell if this has been pulled over the cable, but when you pull it back, you can see the space is still there, but now the rubber insulation wants to go back to that position when you pull it back. See if it was naturally there. So that's a good sign. So I'll put super glue right in the middle here very fast so that it never goes back. Once the glue is applied, this insulation cannot go back. Now we can slide this back over the joint. Apply super glue all round, and then pull this over the joint quickly. This end of the cable has been repaired. Now for this other end, we insert this rubber junction to the cable, then peel off an end of it to expose the wires. Now these are ready for soldering to the charger body. Now moving on to the charger body itself, we need to open it up so that we can expose the wires inside and solder from the inside. We don't need this rubber junction anymore. Again, for those who are not new to this channel, if you want to open the MagSafe charger, just place your pliers at the ends where the clips fit, then pull apart. It will pop right open. Then it will be a clean job. Then remove the junction outside. We need to solder a new cable there. So these junction goes, cut it off. Then these two wires will have the insulations removed. Here is our cable, and the wires are sticking both from the charger side and from the cable side. Now we solder them together. Of course, you match the V out to the V out cable. The positive of V out cable is soldered, insulated with tape. You can also use heat shrink tubing to make it more neat. Now we'll solder the negative with the return cables. Both wires are soldered and insulated. Now we attach this joint to this end of the cable. Apply super glue all around the cable. And then pull this joint all the way to the end there. Give it time to dry for the glue to set. Then now we are ready to pull all this inside the charger itself. We don't want these wires to be in stress, so we make a circular motion so that these wires inside are free. And then we place the junction inside. Now we are ready to close this up. We return the clip to this side. Now we'll apply glue to all the raised portions of this charger. Next, before the glue sets, return the clip on this side and the outer clip too, and squeeze the charger shut. Then give it time for the glue to set. Here is our charger. That's where we had the break in the cable. Now you cannot be able to tell. And here is our connector, also looking great. And that's how you repair your MagSafe 2 chargers or any other MagSafe chargers if they have tear on the cable or near the connector or near the junction. And if you like such content, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing. Thanks for your time.